Hello, this is future me just popping in ahead of the video, just because I've realised I never really do the usual podcast introduction, who I am. Sorry the camera's a bit shaky, I'm just holding it quickly, didn't get my tripod. Because yeah, this is just sort of a quick vlog, a quick catch up what I've been up to during the week or fortnight since I spoke to you last. But my name's Christine, which should be obvious from the name of my channel. I'm known as Yarn About Yarn, sort of Ravelry, Instagram, Etsy. There is an old Facebook page which I don't use anymore. I do live in Australia. I live on the east coast of Australia. If you look at a map of Australia and you look at the right hand side of that map, which is the east coast, there's a bit, maybe about a third of the way up, that sort of bulges out. I'm sort of around that area there. I don't know what else to tell you. I do a little bit of designing. I haven't done any for a while. Patterns are available on Ravelry and Etsy. I think there might be a couple on Lovecrafts as well. If you're interested in any of my patterns, check out Ravelry and Etsy. The price does differ between the two due to conversion rates, fees, those sort of things. So depending where you want to shop. I don't know what else to tell you. The videos that you'll see here are usually short updates, just what I've been knitting. You'll find there are times where I'll show you something and you may never see it again. At one stage I did have 20 plus whips. I have gone, that was a couple of years ago. I'm probably, if I looked at it now, I'm probably running at about 10, but actively working on maybe 2 things at a time. Sometimes I'll start something, I'm not happy with it, so I'll just frog it. So you will never see it again, or it will get put on the back burner because I'm doing something else that's taking priority. Yeah, I do a bit of weaving. My goal at the moment is to get some of my weaving made up into garments and get them up on my Etsy shop, and also some of the weavings on my Etsy shop. I do sari weaving, which is more, it's based on a Japanese philosophy, and a simple way to explain it to people is it's more a freestyle weaving. You won't see those intricate patterns that you see from a lot of other weaving styles. Yeah, don't know what else to tell you. If you look back at one of my very first video podcasts from say 6 years ago, you'll get probably a better introduction and you'll get the reasons why I did start the podcast. Every time I think about stopping now, I think back to those reasons, and I think it's important. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I just want to show you, I picked up my advent calendar from Rosehip Yarns this morning from the post office, and it's come in this beautiful big cotton drawstring bag. Then inside we have the Rosehip Island Advent Calendar 2022. Information, which I'll have a read of. The theme, I think from memory, was brown paper packages tied up with string, and that is exactly what we've got here. Absolutely gorgeous. can't wait to get into it. Thanks, Hannah.
Hi everyone, how you going? Just a quick pop in today to say hello, let you know what I've been up to. I'm wearing my finished blocked Lycoris top, which is a pattern that I designed a couple of years ago. This one's done in that merino linen from Rosehip Island, and hey, it's blocked out so you can see the pattern now. Just block out some of that light. I made a size 2. I'm thinking I probably should have tried it on as I went along. I've left my separation for the sleeves a little bit late. I probably should have separated, you know, half an inch or an inch sooner, and then I wouldn't have got this excess fabric here. But yeah, otherwise I'm quite happy with it. It's just a rib on the bottom. I think in the pattern I've got a twisted rib, but with the merino linen, it's a single, and I just wanted something a bit, yeah, less structured. So that's the Lycoris, which has this pretty Estonian lace flower, which is quite simple to do. It looks a lot more complicated than what it is. And I have a video, I think I might have 2 videos showing a couple of the techniques. So if you're not sure if this sort of knitting is for you, check out the video. I think it's called a 7x3 increase. Have a look at that, and you can see how these flowers are made. And then once you get past the flowers, it's, yeah, just stockinette in the round. So pretty simple. MKAL, I've blocked my shawl, I put my tassels on, and I don't know whether my tension was a lot tighter or others was a lot looser. I never bothered checking the tension, but my section where the braided pieces are, section 1, clue 1, mine's a lot shorter than other people's. Some of them I've seen like come right down past their waist. Mine barely covers my shoulder blades, so I don't know. I might go back and add some more along the bottom, and I think I will have to do something where I put the tassels on, because that last loop will still slip out, so I'm going to stitch them down somehow. But I don't know, I saw one on Instagram today and they'd actually continued this over onto this section, and the same with the chevrons down the bottom. They've continued them along a bit more. So I think I might try something like that. But yeah, I just put a tassel on each wingtip and along the bottom. If you're on Instagram, go over and have a look at the reel that Tribal Yarns has just put up. I can't wait to see their shawl, like the full shawl, and then wearing it. But yeah, I'm happy with the colours. Just need to, I don't know. So I'll just let it sit for a while, and I'll think about whether I could be bothered going back and doing something else with that. The other things I've been working on are the lace panels. I might have spoke to you about using Advent Calendar to make Japan sleeves by Howie Locatelli. So I've been working on the lace panels for that. It has lace panels down the sleeves, and then you pick up stitches from the lace panels and work the rest of the jumper. So I'm going to be doing it in the Advent Colours striped with a bear yarn. That's just a fingering weight bear sock yarn that I got from Nundle Woolen Mills here in Australia. So I'm going to stripe that with the Advent Colours just to break them up a bit, especially when I don't know what colours I'm getting. So that, and that's what I'm using for my lace inserts on the sleeves. So I have done one, which is unblocked at the moment. I thought I'd wait till I get them both done, then I can block them to the same size. But that's it there. And I've done 6 repeats of the lace for this, and I think I've done 4 repeats on this one. So a little bit more to go, and then I can get it blocked and it'll be ready for when the Advents arrive. Well, the Advents arrive, but it'll be ready for December 1st. The other thing I've been working on is a dress. It's called the Luella dress by Susie Sparkles, and I'm knitting it in Knit Picks Gloss Fingering, which I haven't used this one before. Being a dress, it will use quite a bit of yarn, so I've gone Knit Picks. I think Knit Picks may even have been, yeah, it was the recommended yarn for this, Knit Picks Gloss Fingering, which is a 70/30 merino silk, and I'm using the colorway Captain, which is that color there. So I've finished the lace beaded section on the bodice, and I've separated for the sleeves, and now it's just stockinette for a few inches until I get to a point where I can do some waist shaping. So that's where we're at with this one. I'm just using a size 6 glass seed bead, and I'm using the crochet hook method for putting those on. Bit disappointed in the quality of the beads. I ordered 10 packets, and I think out of the 10 packets, at least I've been putting aside the ones that I haven't been able to use because the holes haven't been big enough. I don't know, it's going to be maybe a quarter or maybe a bit more of the beads that I can't use. Luckily they were cheap, which should have been a hint that the quality wouldn't be great, but I have ordered some more because the dress, there's the option with the dress to have a short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, long sleeve. Some people have done a longer sleeve and done a beaded lace section near the cuff. I don't know whether I'll put the beads there. I might do a little bit of lace, but the dress, basically knit it to whatever length you want, it becomes A-line, and then there's another lace beaded section at the bottom. The pattern does not actually have beads, doesn't call for beads. It has some sort of bowl thing, and a lot of people have done the beads, and I thought, yeah, that's just really pretty. I've got probably 3 weddings to go to next year, so I'm thinking that will be for one of the weddings. So now that it's just stockinette, that's like, went really quickly when I was doing the lace and the beads because there was always something happening. Stockinette, it'll be easy just to pick up and go now. But the other one I was working on, which I won't show you because it was the 12-day advent for this year, from Circus Tonic, handmade, and I think I said last time I was going to do the Paul Clay sweater, which is by Midori Hirose, who did Ranunculus, I think. It has like a checked border yoke, circular yoke, and then it's just a plain body. So I was using the 12-day advents for the yoke. Yeah, I don't know. I'm quite happy with the yarn, quite happy with the colours. It's the pattern, I don't know. So I'll see how that goes. I have ordered yarn to do the body, but I'm still working on the yoke. I made so many mistakes knitting that yoke. It's say it's a 5-row repeat for your boxes around the yoke. There are increases, and I wasn't really thinking, and I thought, oh well, if you went from 5 and then you increase and it was 6, it would become a 6. I didn't really look at the pattern. If the increases were included in the next colour, the shapes would be like a wedge on the yoke. No, you don't. You keep the same stitch repeat for each box. You just do more boxes around the yoke. So it does skew it off a bit, which, yeah, I don't know whether I like, and yeah, I'll see how it goes. I think once I get the plain colour in for the body and I block it and everything's sitting a bit more even, that I might be a bit happier with it. But yeah, I can't show you that obviously because it is an advent that people probably haven't even started opening yet. If I do get further along with it and start into the body, I will pop up a black and white photo or something. So yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to say. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the big wool show over the weekend. It was an event that was put on, I think a couple of years ago was the first one, when the Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show, or the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, which is held in Bendigo, Victoria each year. When that was cancelled because of COVID, an online event was organised, the Big Wool Show. And basically it's 2 days. It runs from about, because it's daylight savings in different parts of Australia, for me it runs from about 10 a.m. to 3:34 p.m. There's lots of live interviews, discussions with various people in the industry in Australia. You get to see some sheep, you get to talk to the farmers, you get to talk to producers, you get to talk to yarn dyers, and various other people. There's some panel discussions. There are also a few classes that are available for the weekend. Excuse me. So you could watch it live. There are giveaways. Quite a few of the, like most of the interview discussions last for 15 minutes, and there'll be a giveaway. Most times there's a giveaway, like of yarn or stitch markers or something during that time. So it's all quite exciting to sit and have that live streaming for the whole weekend. So that was this past weekend. If you missed it, you can still catch it on their YouTube channel, The Big Wool Show, and get to know some of the indie dyers and other people in the yarny industry in Australia. Yeah, so I think that's all. Depending how much I get done, it might be a week, might be 2 weeks before I pop back in and say hello. So take care, everyone. Bye. I've just picked up my knit crate box from the post office, and I thought you might be interested to see what's inside. This is the October box, which I think most people should have got by now. I only recently started getting knit crate, and I got 3 boxes and I've since cancelled it. The first box I got, I think it was a DK weight, but it seemed fairly heavy. It was a cotton and it was variegated, which I just didn't like. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. The second box had an alpaca blend and it was a bulky weight. I have no real call for bulky weight. I'll probably end up, I don't know, making a hat or something for charity or something. I don't know. So I don't know what's in this box. I haven't looked at any of the spoilers online. I get the, like you can pick the different colorways. I get the Surprise Me one. So we'll see. Each box comes with a card that tells you the theme, and this one is Pop Dreams. Music is thumping, the lights are flashing, and you are ready to dance all night long. And then there is a QR code on the back which has the patterns. There are knit and crochet patterns, so they're the possible colorways, which actually I don't mind any of those colors. So we'll see what we got, whether I got Cinderella, Coquette or Dance Party. Oh, and it looks like it is Dance Party. Yep. So merino alpaca blend again, worsted weight. Yeah, it's lovely and soft. And I got the 2 skeins and sample of soak. So actually I'm quite happy with the box this month, which is always the way, isn't it? When you have a subscription box and you cancel it, you get a really good one. But yeah, I mean, when it's one out of, I got a special deal, and I think for the first box was basically free. I just had to pay postage, which was actually quite reasonable. But yeah, 1 box out of 3 that I'm happy with and would be able to find some use for. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.